Hello friends, it's Kelly back with the process video. Today I am participating in the Documenting December Stash Bust YouTube hop hosted by Gwen Wruck of Cut to You Digital Cut File Shop. I am also using, I showed you just a second ago, the Bobble Trio cut file from the shop for my layout today. You will find more info about the hop and products that I'm using in the description box below. Be sure to go and check out all the other designers and scrapbookers who are participating in this hop. So let's get on with the layout. So here you see I backed these baubles, or these ornaments as we call them in the US. I backed them with coordinating pattern paper, and I cut the cut file out on like a cream textured cardstock because I didn't want to use stark white because the colors in this collection that I'm using are more cream based, and I kind of wanted to keep with that in this particular layout. So the photo I am using was taken, this was last Christmas, and my daughter and I went through a big Ray-Done pottery kick, and so this was one of the Ray-Done mugs that we had got last year, and I just loved this picture. It was a nice, beautiful Christmas that we had, and it was peaceful right before all this craziness with COVID happened. So it was a nice time. So anyway, so like I said, I am, well, maybe I didn't say this. I am using a collection from Echo Park called Christmas. I did show a little bit at the beginning. So this is from my stash. I've had it probably since the summer. I got it at Tuesday morning. So I got several different Christmas collections at Tuesday morning during the summer, and this was one of them. And so yeah, I'm using this for the stash bust YouTube hop, just because it's in my collection. I need to get it used up, and I made a little dent in it with this particular layout. So not much of a dent, but a little dent. So, so I am going to pop the baubles up on some foam tape just to give them a little dimension. I wanted them to kind of rest, kind of frame the picture. And then I also popped the border strip. You see the plaid and cream border strip up at the top. I also popped that up on some foam tape as well. And I'm not going to adhere it yet because my plan here is to stitch like these are coming down from above. And it's going to be, the little border strip's going to kind of serve as an awning on top of those. You'll see here in a minute. And so I'm going through my collection of embroidery thread, trying to pick out something that I want to use. And so I either had like, all these colors are really bright and the colors in this collection are more muted. So I opt to go with this. This is a waxed linen thread that I use for journaling. And I thought, well, I'll use that, because it's off-white, it's not stark white. And you'll see here in a minute, though, that I nix that idea. Like I stitch a whole row with it, and I'm like, you can barely even see it. So I change direction. Because if I'm gonna spend the time stitching, I wanna be able to see the stitching, you know? So I'm a little bit off screen here. but I'm just doing a really basic back stitch. And so I went through all of this, and then I was like, you can't even see it. So I take that all out, and I don't show you the whole rest of this, but I take all of that out, and then I go and decide to use just the green. And I just didn't choose that at the beginning because it's so bright, but you can't really tell once I stitched. It doesn't look that bright. But, so, yeah. Here in a minute, you will not see this anymore. I'll just come right back here in a second and show you how it looks after I stitched it. So there we go. Just a basic stitch. And so now I'm going to put the scalloped border sticker that came off that sticker sheet across the top there. And then I had cut these from my personal stash, these spruce or pine boughs. I wanted to give a little more organic feel to the, like they were attached to a Christmas tree almost. And so I spend a little while doing this. And what I did here is I cut these on different shades of green cardstock. So there's a darker shade, there's a medium shade, and then a light shade. And I'm just kind of trying to put the darker shade in the back just to give it the appearance of, kind of a shadow. Because if it was in the back, it would just naturally be darker. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, just to give it some definition and some depth, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then I also got these poinsettia little flowers at Tuesday morning during the summer. And I'm going to use those too. So I think about using these gold stars. I've tried in my last couple of Christmas layouts to use those stars, and it's just not happening for me. Not yet, but hopefully eventually I'll get to use those gold stars on something because they're so pretty. So, and there's the lighter shades that I'm just kind of layering those into. I really like the way this looks. This is one of my, I think I say this quite often, but this is my favorite layout that I've made in a while. I just love the depth that the pines boughs give. I really love that look. And I love the cut files that I got to use from the shop too. So. And then I just added one more border sticker that was on that sheet down at the bottom, just to kind of frame this in. And then I added the holly jolly little framed sentiment down there at the bottom. And then my final touch is to use lots of gems all over the place, because I think every Christmas spread needs to have a little bit of sparkle to it, right? And so I mainly used the clear the clear gems all around. Oh, and that is it. I appreciate you watching so much. If you enjoyed this, please consider liking and subscribing, and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new layouts. Also, be sure to go check out the other ladies that are participating in the hop for lots of inspiration. Thank you, and have a wonderful Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.